Yes, go ahead.
Will you be reading by questions or should I go on explaining?
Just explain me, when your process journal entry starts manual process, what workday minus 25, or you do journal entries at the time of workday 2 or 3?
Okay. Journal entry of two types, the automated and the manual.
Yeah. Yes, automated and manual.
Yes. The manual are men of different types, but the automated, they're about the standard one that we process every month. There are about 3.
Depreciation.
Yes, depreciation, one thing of them. Then there is another journal we call it VAT movement. We run it automatic.
Movement.
VAT movement, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the other one is the currency valuation or revaluation that we run every month.
Okay. And this automation happens, these entries at the month end, right? Just prior to month end.
After the month end.
So when is your month close date?
When we say, because they form part of the month end report, so we run before closing the month, then those need to be executed.
Good. What is the closing day?
I don't know because
Okay.
For example, for evaluation, you must have been posted every transaction which are subject to evaluation.
To be there. Yes.
Yeah,
But when you close the books, is workday 5 or workday 6? When you close the books for GETA.
So basically, what is your cutoff to get all these journals in so that you can
maximum is day 3 after month end. Day 3 after month end.
No, he's talking about you see, when we start mindset, the following day becomes day 1.
Yes.
Then the next day
becomes
day 2. So he's asking that with regards to the revaluation, in which day do you do? Is it day 6?
No, day 3. We do day 3. Yeah.
Okay. So this valuation happens in day 3, and the book close happens in day GL close.
Sorry?
The general ledger close, when does that happen? So you have to get everything into the system to be able to run the revaluation.
Yes.
Right? So to get everything into the system, you have a certain day, and I'm assuming that will be day 3 as well.
Yeah.
And then you run the revaluation on day 3.
Yes.
Okay. The GL close. When does the general ledger close? So you close that period in the general ledger.
No. For example, after posting the evaluation journal, then there is no any journal that will be posted with the currency other than USD. But the any other journal can be posted in USD because it's not subject to evaluation and it won't affect the number. But if it is not USD, then it needs to seek approval. If you can see the significance materiality that maybe the value can lead to variation if the posted movement of the valuation. But practically, that the last journal we post for before we hand over to the reporting team now to proceed with considering their numbers and doing some adjustment.
I mean, do you close the period?
No, we don't close the period because posting will be proceeding and adjustment will be proceeding in the currency, let's say USD or other currencies.
Yeah.
Because for example, at that time, depreciation will be not yet posted.
So Vineet, remember that this team is actually talking to you about what's in their areas of basically responsibility, right? So what John is saying is that after the revaluation is done, then like the controllership team or like the fixed assets team or whatever still has to get their stuff in. And there could be some rehab accounting journals, or there could be some stripping or defect or whatever it is. That's done by the controllership team. After the controllership team is done, then only is the general ledger formally closed
in
SAP.
So what day is it?
That thing is the month in the current.
It can depend on.
So based on your current monthly schedule that
Yes.
you shared yesterday, what day does the GL fall?
Most of it is day 6.
Day 6, because
Yeah, day 6.
Day 6. Okay.
Yes.
actually day 7 you need to submit each of them, right?
Yeah.
So this is the cutoff. Final, there is no more entries, period closed for that month.
Yes.
And new
Yes.
period opens. Yes. And
But-
automated.
Sorry, we need, but if there's a material journal entry that has to be processed, that comes out, there's special permission that comes out from corporate, and then actually corporate needs to align with the CFO, etc. Systems are reopened, all of that. So there's the cutoff, but if there's, and especially at quarter end, because we go to the market at the end of each quarter.
Okay. So this happens every time, Pratiksha? This reopening of the.
It
Yes.
depends. It basically depends.
Mostly it happening almost every month because
When you send it, they come back.
yes, when we send the pack, or most of the time they come back with tax adjustment or so on. So we do open after they send the official close has been done and the pack has been sent.
So this
Especially on the
happens,
back side.
how many times it happened, just for an example, how many times it happens in 2024? Or for this 10 months, 9 months of this year, how many times you have to reopen the period?
So it's-
Hold on.
No.
Most of
Maybe full time.
payments, they come back
Yeah.
with comments.
You know, I'm
The tax and things.
I used to be the one who is allowed to open and close the period. So it's almost every month they send a request to open the period.
But it's a lot more controlled now, right?
Yes, after seeking approvals. Once they seek approval, then they send you the email that please open. And they share the approval that we are.
That you can
offline.
open again.
Yes, you can open again.
Okay, from what
So-
I've seen, from a corporate perspective, I've probably only seen it happen like 3 or 4 times this year. And mainly I would have seen it at, I think I've seen it once at Sigiri, and I've seen it at, for Kibali, because they're a non-joint management operation.
Okay.
I haven't really seen it to date, I can't remember what was it. I think once over was as well, sorry, once, but for the whole year, yeah. So, based on my observation, I think about 3 or 4 times.
3 or 4 times. Okay, let's make that clear.
Okay, so am I hearing correctly? That's reopening happens almost every month with approval.
No, I wouldn't say that.
So
Yeah,
You guys.
how many
Three-
times?
Really?
we have agreed that 3 to 4 times a year.
4 times a year. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. 4 times with approval, majorly quarterly basis, I can say. Okay, in the quarter,
Yes.
you have to
Yeah.
reopen the period. Okay, no problem. And here, these are the automated journal which happened close to workday 3. And what about the manual journals? What time is a cutoff date for you for the manual journals? Is workday 6? Because you are closing on workday 6. So you should have a cutoff before workday 5
Yeah.
or so.
Yes, that will be, it can be few minutes up, and then before closing and sending the pack. So we can make it day 6 also.
Day
Because
6.
in the-
Okay.
Yeah, yes,
So-
yes.
Till last day you process.
Yeah,
Okay. Close to how many manual journal you process?
you mean by type or by number of journals that we are processing?
Yeah, a number of journals like 150, 200.
Now I
It's
see.
a lot. I cannot, that, I know.
After that, we may have to run.
But it's only a punishment to tell you the number.
Because everyone is.
Everybody is
Yeah.
busy.
There are many.
How many?
We will have to come back on that. Maybe. we are-
Yeah, so I've sent you, remember BC extracted all the manual journals for all the mine sites,
Yeah.
1004, even 1902, so for all the company codes for 2024. So it's probably best to extract the volumes from there, Denise.
Yes,
Right,
I will
yeah.
validate that, Pratiksha, for sure from that file. but I want to hear from the team that how many journal they process around.
No.
It can be approximate. It can be, okay, if you are doing 500 journals, 1,000 journals, manual journals, and so that I can understand.
With regards to manual journals, AP is doing some, AR is doing some, fixed access people are doing some,
Okay.
budget people are doing. So it's really hard to tell.
For example, if I show you maybe the extract from the evaluation journal, which picks all the open items in the SIP, including the manual, automated, posted, you may find it has up to 20,000 what do we say, rows.
Things.
Yes, or more than that. So, and majority of them are manually posted.
10,000, close to 10,000 journals.
20.
But that's only for the revaluation, right?
No, the evaluation do picks all the manually posted
Okay.
journal. Yeah.
Yeah, the evaluation is currency valuation, etc. is automated. The manual ones which you are doing is close to 10,000.
I think 20.
In a month.
Yes, in a month. Let me show you the Excel. It's very, very big. You cannot even read this.
Say that again.
He's going to share it now. We need to.
Yes, I mean,
Okay, no problem. Yeah, I did just get the idea, how many journals we are processing for the month, and most of them are automated. Okay, let's see that.
I think let's do this, right? Because you don't have visibility of fixed that. You don't have visibility of other areas.
That's why
Let's stick to your areas that you are responsible for, like the quantum of manual journals and approximations. You could say maybe between 1,500 and 1,700 or like 2,000. So actually keep it in ranges, but keep it specific to your areas that you are responsible for. And Vineet can actually document down for these areas, it's in this range.
And is it for just Monday
Month end.
from the beginning of the?
I think specifically your month end closing, like your month end journal.
Yeah.
Look here, for example, this sheet has how many sheets up to this line?
It's like 217,000.
It's 21.
21,000.
21,000.
No, it's 215,700.
No.
This line.
The 25.
7 or 6.
Yes, 250. Yeah. So you can see just for the months. And
So you can check the bill and maybe put
Do
the
you know
Yes.
this one too? You are having this much because of the revaluation on customers and vendors.
no, we do exclude the customers which are not subject to evaluation. We exclude. Yes. We have the setup to exclude those who are not subject. For example, the road sale that we receive in shillings, we do expect them. And the other are substantial numbers which are gonna distort the really meaning of this. So we include all the number that which are subject, the open invoice and some stuff of that. Yeah.
So
And the majority of these are manually posted. If you look of them, almost 80% of them are manually posted.
if we
Warehouse,
Yes.
warehouse to the
but the
AR.
is automatic.
Yes, it's automatic, but it fits the documents. Yes.
Yeah, which was so easy manually instead of automatic.
Yeah.
No, he's saying that like the ones they use journal entry to post
Yeah.
over 80% of theirs.
Yes.
And
80% of these
That's,
are.
that's too much.
It's so
Yeah, that's why I'm saying.
Can you separate the river lines, which we can actually see?
So
Okay.
what the 80% number was?
You can use the document
Let me do one thing.
to filter.
Just give me some minute to work on this. Then we can finish some other line. By the time we are doing this other line, then I will be working to get at least a realistic number.
Okay. Yeah, you can give it to me later on also, but I just wanted to have an idea so that I can validate that how many. So you said 80%, right? 80%, what it means? Automated 80% system is 80% or?
It's not something that I want to stick with. I will just I mean, if, like you said, PC has been able to run, that's great for you can probably
I think
just chat.
even from my side, end of month, do just few journals. My journals will
I mean,
be
that's-
You might having a listing, you know, when you do the journal entry in the month end, you might be having a listing. Okay, I have processed this, I have processed this, I have processed this. How do you track that? That listing will show the journals you have to process every month, right?
We have the checklist, and there are standard journal that we pass every month. For example, amortization journal, they are well known, and we have the schedule, we have the back charges journal, the scrap sale journal, and majority of the journal, for example, from Treasury, are the currency conversion journal. That we are not allowed to pay a local vendor foreign currencies, and therefore, whatever if he has bid us in USD or Nizario or whatever, we must pay in shillings. So at the end of the day, we have to process the manual journal to ensure we reconcile the bank account, because you run from the USD account, then you pay in the shillings account.
Yeah.
Then you want to be able to reconcile the account. So you must process the journal. And those kind of journal are so many. That's why I'm saying you can just give me some minute, then I will work on and give you some, at least a list about that.
Okay, you can give me, so these journals are, do you use a standard template in SAP, GLSU kind of template, which you put for the journal entry to get uploaded in the system?
Yes, there's standardized. Yeah, the mass upload journal.
Mass upload, what the template name is, GLSU? Do you use GLSU or different?
Good.
Both.
Okay, mass upload and GLSU. GLSU template is used. And I'm hoping this is standard against everyone out there. And do you have an approval process? Like when you process the journal, you are not approving it. It goes to other, right?
So the next one, okay.
Please, I thought it was GLC.
What is GLSU, Vinit? Can you
This
define
is the-
GLSU?
It's a SAP has a specific template, which they call it the GLSU template. So I'm not sure in Africa, that is a standard template in SAP. So I can remove the word GLSU in case you have it, but it's an SAP specific template.
We have mass upload, but
Which is
it's not,
GLC. Like the Ujara
yeah.
or the,
But the name is not this one, the JLSU.
Okay,
So basically what the team will share with you is an example of what that template looks like, and then you can see what the template looks like. But it's called in AGA terminology a mass upload template.
okay, let me delete it. So in case there is only one journal has to be processed, you have to use the mass upload template.
The mass upload, yeah.
yes,
That is,
basically.
yeah, because the working is going to be done there and you are going to upload. You don't just put one by one. Even if it's 2 lines, you must
Okay.
put on the journal mass upload, then upload it.
Okay, so one is standard template. That's good.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, but the templates are different. We have the GC general and then the O general, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So GC general and O general.
So what's the difference between?
So the O general is, for instance, I'm posting in Ghana cedis, and to allow the system to convert it at its own rate, that is fine. But GC general, I'll have to hold the rate. So I'll state the local currency, which is USD, and then the corresponding document currency.
Okay,
Basically.
okay, got it.
You just force the system to agree the exchange rate that you want.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
That is on the point of uploading. That's why there are those options. Whether you upload as journal GC or John.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so there's 2 types of journal templates. And it's basically all based on your exchange rate conversion.
Yeah.
So the O template and the GC template.
Yeah, the O general and the GC general.
So there is another template other than the mass upload called GC template.
No, those are used for the mass upload.
That's the one
There is
template.
two-
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
2 templates, but both can be used
For mass upload.
for mass upload.
So mass upload has got two types of templates, right? One is for your old journals and the other one is for your GC journals.
What's the GC? GC means?
Good currency.
Group currency. It's to be able to allow SAP to pick the exchange rates and to do the, am I right?
Yeah, so let me give you an example. So we pay the AGA Health Foundation $210,000 every month. Okay. Now we need it to appear as 200 in the local currency. In USD terms, we need it to appear 210, but they will be paid at the prevailing rate, whether Bank of Ghana rate, which might not be the same as what we have in SAP.
Over the posting time. Yeah.
Exactly. So in that sense, I'll have to pause the rates. By pausing the rates, I'll input the USD amount 210 for it to appear in Nigeria as 210, and then the local the document currency as well in cedis. You understand? Yes. So then it converts like.
If you don't put the exchange rates there, the system is going to use the system currency.
Yeah.
And that will
So
create a difference.
you go into SAP and the GL and you notice that we pay 190 to my fees.
Okay. So these GC thing is for currency difference, basically.
Say
Yeah, it is for currency.
yeah, it's just for currency.
Yeah.
Funds.
Okay. Okay. Please share, if possible, can you share the template with me so for my repository purposes? The blank copy or any sample copy? Is it possible?
Sure.
So for the approval purposes, when you upload the journal, it is parked and after approval, it is posted, or you post it, then approved it, and then finally booked in SAP. What's the process looks like?
Yeah. Yeah, the approval process that when the officer who is preparing the journal, after preparing the journal and having the supporting document in place, it has to share with his senior or her senior to review first before posting.
Okay.
Because the controller require one to pack and the other to post. So in order for you to post, you must have sufficient supporting documents to ensure that what are you posting is well supported. And during the review now, you have to look on the supporting and to look on the currencies if they are well captured on the journal, the journal template. If there are some correction, then you are gonna correct before you post. So the approve is only for two people. The one to prepare and the other to review and the post.
Okay, so the person who is preparing is also posting it, or
no. The one with access to pack has no access to post.
So basically in SAP, the way stuff is set up, there's segregation of duties between park and post. The person that parked the journal cannot be the same person to post the journal.
okay. So when a person approves it, it gets posted, right? Automatically?
So if for example, John parks the journal, right? He puts it in there and it's got all the supporting documents, etc. I go in, I click on the journal, I review the supporting documents, I review the debits and the credits. I'm happy, I will then post it.
Okay, so with your approval, it gets posted automatically.
Sorry,
No, it's not automatic.
So means as soon as you approve it, it gets posted automatically, correct?
So
No.
in AGA's world, the person that is posting the journal is approving it as well because they're happy
Okay.
with the supporting documentation, they're happy with the debits and credits, and it makes sense.
So when maybe you don't understand when you say automatically, because
What happens generally, a person who is preparing the journal with all the document is parking somewhere, and the approver of the person will see all the documentation and click on approve, which hits the post also. Or you will have to
Yes.
post it after approval. This
No.
might
Posting in itself is approving it in a
Posting, yes.
Yeah.
Posting, the way our SAP is designed, and it's a global SOX control, that's not even at the site level because it's a global control. The person that parks can never be the person that can post. There
Right.
always have to be a segregation between park and post. And the person that posts is taking accountability for the fact that he or she has reviewed the journal
Reviewed it.
and with that journal.
Okay.
That's what helped us to move away from all the paperwork
Okay.
on journals and stuff like that, previously where we used to, whatever old systems we used to use.
Very good, very good.
Yeah, from the manual journal.
I think I understand it from your end. So for instance, for Obuase, there are some journals that will have to be reviewed by the
Senior manager.
senior manager or the,
Yeah, and then we
financial
prepare
controller
the Excel.
Yeah, once he signs on it, anybody who has
before
access,
you do.
can also review and then post.
So
Those would be
that
specialized journals, right?
Yeah.
that will be at the paperwork stage, not at.
Yeah, that's for the paper.
I think he's talking about the.
So for instance, Paul, as it stands now, does not have access to post in the SAP.
And
Okay, but the question is, why does he not have that?
no, in we have only one person. In fact, there are two. They are the only people who can post. But the rest of us, we cannot pack.
We cannot put, you can.
We can pack, but we can't post.
Exactly.
It's only for two people who can post into SAP.
So Paul can review a document and sign on it,
So
for it to be
before,
posted.
So who posting them?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yes, so let's say we have some other, so for instance, for payables, there used to be two people who could post, and then budget, I think an additional player also.
Yeah, but forget anyone with the superintendent's title has the access, to post.
our English.
But you need to post journal that are relevant to your section.
Exactly.
Yes. you
So,
cannot
so
just
basically what
post
I'm used to in SAP when I worked in South African operations, right? If I had costing or whatever under me, I would have the ability to go and review all the pop journals that I could post.
Yeah.
For the short period that I had actually AP reporting into me, all the AP journals,
Yeah.
they would,
Oh,
I would go and
I mean, that
post.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think we need to revisit that for Egyptian and
Yeah,
Yeah.
because at our end, before we even do this package, we must do a manual JD. That must be approved, reviewed before you load it and
more,
go.
that is more administrative, it's more paperwork.
Exactly.
Yeah. So basically, Vinit, what's coming out here
But
is
it's
that,
also a control.
but that's why we have to.
Yeah, so we can review.
So I mean, I can understand maybe if it's a deferred tax journal or if it's a rehab journal, where there's actually professional judgment, etc. And then that needs to be signed off by Rose or by King or by Andy or something. And then only, then you have someone who needs to go and post it for the So that's more technical in nature, but in general for cash and bank treasury.
Yeah, no, so I,
Those are the
yeah,
rate, because
so I mentioned that for some
we are
specific-
talking about
some
this one.
specific,
When you pass.
yeah, but for the AP.
Like accruals.
The reviewer will post, will review and then.
That one you review and post, but let's say accruals from the end users, the cost accountants, they will prepare the journal. They will be reviewed by the superintendent. And then the senior manager will authorize it on Excel. And then they will then pack it into SAP. And then the person to post will post.
So they are trained to review,
So here there are two things now we need to
Yeah.
interpret. Yeah.
There's two separate things there.
Yeah.
Sorry, go for it,
The
John.
paperwork stage
Also, you also do.
and the SIP. Because there are some level of journal that need to get approval from the senior managers. They have said, for example, the approvals or those journal with substantial number that need to be visible by the finance manager. And therefore, on the paperwork stage, then documentation has to go through. Maybe may find 2 or 3 people involved. Who prepare are the manager in charge of the section and the senior manager.
Yeah.
Once the senior manager is happy and approves the document, then it goes back now to the accounting officer to prepare the journal on the template, as we are explaining here. And was after preparing the template, then he will share with the superintendent or the manager, the section, for him to post. And the manager who is posting now has to review the supporting document to ensure that if they have proper approval, especially for those approvals or the journal which has the substantial number that they are going to affect the monthly and the numbers of for that particular period. So maybe the approval, we can discuss the approval in two.
Okay,
in
so
two ways.
Always had challenge when
for this morning,
Because-
Finance manager only approved the evaluation journal. All of the journal, it's stopped at the small number. At least, report inside the management account, it's all the payments were done. It's only the revamp journal that's.
So you remember this morning I said that we're looking at a ticketing tool, right? You know, that we can introduce workflow for like approvals and stuff, you know, to actually go through a process of approval instead of emailing like the end user of the business user, etc. So for your normal journals, if I can call it like your normal journals, it's parked by somebody in that specific department and it'll be reviewed. For example, if you're the head of AR, then you will review the journal and you will post because you're happy. But for a very specific process, like for example, accruals that involves the business unit to confirm that this accrual is valid, it's complete, it's got whatever, you know, then that is done manually, we can say, because that is done in a template. There's email correspondence and there's formal approvals that have to come through from the end user, reviewed by the finance manager, and then shared with the accounting team. Then somebody in the accounting team will park the journal, and then somebody with posting access will go and then review that journal to confirm that the supporting document is in order, the signature by the business unit is there, the signature by the finance manager is there, and they use that then as evidence to post the journal.
Okay.
Does
So
that
overall,
make
it
sense?
seems like we have a segregation overall that a person who is preparing the journal is parking it, and the person who is posting it, approving after approval, is different per people.
Yes.
This is across everyone, right? This is common. It's not like, you know, a person who is doing everything end to end himself.
Not like Mustafa that was really.
Okay, this is common. So this is why I wanted to understand that there is a approval flow out there, which is, you know, segregation of duties are there, and that is common on that. And the input providers and other people may be different. You know, sometimes you get from business, sometimes you get from FP&A, sometimes from, you know, other teams. So tell me something about that. When you
That's exactly what we just spoke about now, Vinay. So if you have an accrual that needs to be raised at month end, right? That is a manual process where there is templates in place, you know, so it will be shared with the business.
okay,
The business user will review it. It'll go to the senior finance manager that will also sign it off. It's shared with the accounting team. Then basically the accounting will park the journal, and then somebody in that team that has got posting access will review the journal, will review the supporting documents, will review the fact that there are signatures in there for that specific period, and they then post the journal. This is what we want to automate. This is the manual process that we see.
okay.
You know, that we want to try and automate.
So who are the parties, like business owner? Who includes like accruals, for example, or other expenses? They have the template, so they will fill the template, correct?
Sorry, we're talking over each other. Sorry, just go for it.
So I'm saying that for example, the details are coming from a business side, right? So they have the template. They will fill the template and provide the supporting documents to accounting team, right? And then accounting team will upload it in the system. They are not doing it, right? Business does not have access of accounting system,
So
correct?
it's not access into SAP, no. I mean,
Okay,
a
perfect.
geology manager cannot access SAP
Yeah.
because he doesn't have the capability, or he's not finance.
Yes,
He's not
yes,
accounting.
yes,
But he will
absolutely.
approve.
But
He
they
will
have access to
approve
the template.
paperwork.
But they have access to the
No.
template, which they pre-fill it, right?
No,
And send it to
because the information shared, they are of different nature. So there is no standard template that each department has to share in that format. But the only thing that when it comes to finance now, we only extract the numbers that are there because we don't deal with the descriptions and so on. So we take the number that you are supposed to go to a particular postcode. Maybe this is for exploration, or this is for drilling, or whatever. That the description will appear. But how the information we have supplied to finance, they can come in different formats. But
An email, whatever.
yes,
Email, Excel.
yeah.
Okay. So
I think 90% of the time, when it comes through on email.
Email, yeah.
When
Okay,
the business
mostly-
user email the
Okay.
finance team, say, please can you raise this pool or whatever it is.
Okay, and from where these most of the information comes? Which business unit is the?
Over. It could be anyone. It could be
Engineering,
mining,
geology.
engineering, geology, met.
I mean, all the other departments.
Etc. I'll just put etc. Mining, geology. Do you get the information from FP&A also that this journal has to be posted or something like?
Sorry, from
FP&A, financial planning analysis team also send you information sometimes.
yes, from all angles.
Okay, business users.
So basically, FP&A, basically financial planning and analysis, which is more like a management accounting.
Exactly.
Okay, and which is the most heaviest day for you? Is it workday 2, workday 3, workday 5? Which is the most heaviest for the manual journals? Which for you?
Sorry, say again.
Which is the most heaviest day, so which is the most stretching day for you in terms of effort, because you have to get everything into the system. So if you look at the month end
Yeah,
process,
Is it-
what is
yeah.
your most heavy year?
for me, I think it's the approval. I mean, from especially the mining.
And you do accruals monthly.
No,
right?
I don't. It's a management accountant.
That does it. And that's done actually monthly, right? The accruals are done monthly.
And that's because
Getting input from the.
yes, yeah, getting the information from them.
They keep us changing.
So that's across.
And these people, what is the deadline? Don't you have an accruals calendar to tell the business unit that by this date, all the information needs to be in?
You even send them a reminder, and then they will.
We don't share the monthly calendar to
Yeah,
them,
they are
but
now
still,
doing
let me see
they are
one
doing
thing,
their
yeah.
reconciliations.
Okay, you share the month and calendar with them so that they know
Yes.
about. Okay,
And that calendar, we will explain geology and submit when,
Okay,
process,
Johnny's gonna share his screen, so you have something to.
something like this. Can I share the screen maybe?
Yeah.
yes, sir. Yes. Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, responsible official deadline. Okay. So inputs from very good. This is a very good, very good thing that you have a inputs from where, input document, who's responsible, and what is the deadline.
Yeah,
So you share this with all the parties which you normally receive the journal in details.
Yes.
Okay. And this kind of thing is with everyone out there?
The users over.
I think this is
Just
across the
I'm
line, all mine.
pretty sure they even look at it.
Okay, but it is there.
Of course,
Yeah, they have
So basically the problem, one of the challenges that they is that they do have this template, it's shared across all the business units with their specific mine sites, with this teams under mine sites, but the discipline from the end user, which is business, is not always there. So they don't always comply to the deadline, which means that finance needs to follow up and send reminders and calls and email, chat, whatever, but yeah.
You have to break.
So even though there is a deadline, but they don't comply.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is the reason why the part take much time to be submitted. One of the reasons is this one.
Yes.
And then.
So this is the challenge. So that's why you have to follow up a lot, because by deadline you have not received the things.
Can I
So
share this with you maybe?
Yes, this is a very good spreadsheet, and you all have this kind of spreadsheet maybe in
Yes.
different format, but you have this kind of things where you have a listing of all the input providers and the deadlines.
Yes.
Okay.
All of mine.
Okay, very good, very good. So this shows the type of journal also and the input providers also. That is very good.
So John, what
Okay.
we're gonna do, we're trying. Sorry,
Okay.
Vinay. Based on something like this, we want to then actually maybe develop a template for geology and a template for technical services, and we want to try and automate this through a workflow.
Okay,
So,
Yeah.
it's try and streamline the process.
and we need to track them, that's it.
But it's a journey, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
okay, yeah.
it's not gonna happen.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, you can share that with me also. And yes, yes. So very good. So let's see. Do you all have the same kind of thing like Workday 6 is a closing for you?
Yes.
Okay,
Workday
very
7,
good.
they have to HFM. So
Okay, Workday 6 close GL close for everyone. Very good. And you also receive this information from various people like business and this, and you use the same kind of mass upload template, right?
Sorry, please.
I don't understand you. I don't understand you, Vinesh.
I'm saying you all the sites here, Geta and Avasi and Intripram, they are using the same kind of a mass upload template.
Yes, it would
Yeah.
the old template and
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Okay. And everyone has this segregation of duties, right?
Yes.
That
Yes.
okay. So it's the process is the same, just the input providers are different for these journal entries. And so for the period open also, do you also open the period like the Geta is opening most of the time, like for every quarter or so?
The opening and closing of the general ledger is sitting with the controllership team, right?
Right now, the contract changed. So the controllership team has the mandate to open and close as they
Yes.
need. We have shifted the control to them.
But you have a authority to open and close, correct?
No. Opening and closing the general ledger is not with this team. Remember, I said that this team has got certain areas of accountability. The controllership team on the mine side, that's part of financial controllership and reporting, they have the final responsibility to close the GL for the period.
So those controllership is South Africa, correct?
No,
No, individual sites.
individual sites have their own mine site controllership team.
Okay, so those controllership can also process journals, you mean?
Yes, because I mean, for example, you've got technical accounting. I mean, you've got financial technical accounting with IFRS journals that need to be processed.
Okay.
That's actually processed by the controllership team because we have very specialized. Mining is not a straightforward. There's very complex things like deferred stripping, deferred tax, rehabilitation, or like the valuations of your stockpiles and all of that.
Yeah,
it's very,
stockpile,
very
yeah.
complex. Yes.
Yeah.
So
they
that is processed by the controllership team.
so they sit in all the sites. Geta has their own controllership.
Yes.
But why they are not here, Pariksha? Then
I mean, why
they are not here? You know,
Because those types of journals are not transactional journals. Those types of journals are specialized,
so-
high judgment, specialized, that goes through a process.
And
Okay.
some
Yes.
are guided by the IFRS standard. So
Remember, what we're looking at is transactional, right? AP is transactional, AR is
Yeah.
transactional, payroll,
but
high volume.
I thought like overall we are understanding. So I will put that as a separate. The overall controllership is separate, other than this team, which is out of this discussion, outside this discussion. Okay. So closing, 1 second, let me write it. Closing books are done by controllership. Okay. They sit in each size.
And remember now that it's been changed in the last couple of months and it's still in the process of being changed as far as I understand. The controllership teams on the mine sites report directly into corporate. So as an example, we've got Chemo and Shugiri. Chemo reports to Christo and Christo now reports to Jimmy. Jimmy is like the ultimate group controller. So actually, yeah.
Got it. Got it. Okay. So here, when we are seeing the listing of the journals, which John was seeing, it includes the controllership journals as well.
No. It wouldn't.
Yeah, this one it will include it.
Even things like your rehab journals and your deferred tax journals and stuff. No, it wouldn't include those.
The
street clubs.
different, I'm excluding, do you want me to include them as well?
Because this is the data dump from SAP, right, which he might be looking. So it is include all for that particular business unit. For example,
Then-
10015, 1015.
Yes.
You know what I think is gonna be better? I'm gonna share with you guys the, from my OneDrive, I'm gonna share with you the guys to what basically BC shared with me as well. To what I should.
Yes, by ID number.
Yes.
The unit
So
number,
James-
how many?
Let me just
Okay.
open one.
So that's why, you
We
know,
need to-
yeah, that's important.
Vinay.
Then, say that again?
Just give us a couple of minutes, please.
Sure.
We just want to align on something.
Sure.
Data is 1015, right?
10, 15. Yeah, one. Okay.
So. Sorry, just in history. You're busy opening up an Excel file, it's hanging, it's taking long to open up, it's a big
Yeah,
file.
I have this open, you know, in case it is needed.
So just, I'm gonna open it in Excel.
Yeah.
Okay. I think 2 more minutes we need and this thing should open.
So basically, we are trying to identifying whether the corporate journals are included in that file or not, correct?
It should be, but we should confirm.
Yeah, it should be, you know, I don't have any doubts unless you put the filters on something. So
This is
that
being
is,
moved from the SAP tables, right? So if it's been moved from
yes,
the SAP.
it will come. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's why it's very important for me to understand how many journals this team is processing, so that which will be scoped out. So that's why this is have to be done. Either by the team can help me out that these are the journals we process by the listing, by the numbers, or there should be some way to identify what are done by corporate, what are not done by corporate. Eh,
I think says, please wait, we're still loading the work.
Yeah, I know this silence was heavy in the morning. I had a difficulty as well, so it took a lot of time. But that's fine, Pariksha. We can hold off and, I can get the answers for this later on. The team can provide me number of journals, etc. later on.
Okay, but I'm just going to share them from Teams, right? Because the Excel is just really slow. So John, it is okay. The thing is, I don't have share. I can't share.
Yes.
Vinit, don't you just want to open 1015 BKF 2024 and then just share it on your side?
Yes, I have that open. That only file I selected actually this morning. One sec. Let me know where it is. So this is the file which was shared.
Okay, can you just zoom it a bit more?
Yes.
So John,
Yeah.
if you look at the screen here, right? This is what BC extracted from the backend table of SAP.
Okay.
And it's called, the table is called VKPF. What this is doing an extract, it's taking the whole period from Jan to December, and it's putting all the journals that were actually processed in that time.
Okay.
And you can separate this by the different document types, right? Because there should be a document type here, that will specify the type of journal.
Yeah.
I said.
So, maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this with each one of you for your respective sites.
Yes.
And then with those that have accountability for and stuff, that you know that's Monday, etc. Then you then have a framework to reference.
Yeah, I
To
think
get the volume.
this will show all the people which means we can respond to him now as per site. That the number of journal, because all the journal big project, isn't it?
So this should be all the journals.
Yeah, if it shows all the journal, then you can respond to him as
Yeah.
you want.
But it's basically massive, right? It's massive. So let me rather send it to each one of you, and then you can just do a summary.
Yes,
and
yes,
you can
yeah.
follow.
That's what's.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you wouldn't know.
that will be easy. Yeah, let's do that now.
I think there is pivots there, and then the pivots would tell the number of.
But go to the first.
Yeah, so we try to do the pivot, yeah.
I think it was already there.
No. So, but
It was just
Yeah.
well written.
yeah, so let me rather feel with you what I got from BC, and then you can put it in a manner that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, Vinit, so you can exclude the volumes because that will be shared with you.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, Pratiksha. That's fine. So I understood the basic things. The same mass upload and segregation of duties is there on all the sites, and the same thing. No site, closes the books. It is author. The closing authority is with the corporate. They just process the journals. If the period is open, they keep on processing it, and when the period is closed, they cannot do anything. So they don't have any control on periods opening and closing, correct?
So even when the period is open, it's not every journal that you. Okay, for my 10 journals, yes, all of them will be posted to.
Yeah. So basically, overall thing is you cannot close or open. It is done by corporate.
No, there is a
Someone
list of
for that.
authorized who have the access to the
Open
transaction
and
code.
close.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Say there is someone who does that.
From reporting, from controllership.
Yeah, from
In the
controllership.
corporate, right? Sorry, in the
No,
controllership.
no.
In the controllership.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's
Me
fine. That
and
is
them.
different. So I'll yeah. Okay. So as far as the challenges are concerned, right, for the journal entries. So what are the main challenges do you face? Sometimes it happens the information is not coming by deadline. Then you have to follow up a lot. And sometimes information is incorrectly coming, means they are not providing the right account code or any information. So tell me the challenges which you are facing.
So you stated one of them, the follow-ups that you have to do, the information not coming on time, or with the end users not meeting the deadlines.
Okay.
And again, they send the information and later have to revise it. So you have to go back. If you have posted those journals already, you have to go back and reverse and input the
Okay.
right.
And go back. Lot of here and there,
Exactly.
to understand the nature of transaction.
No, not
To support it,
no. What I mean is that they send the information, for instance, for the accrual, and then you are done working on it, and they will come back with a revised information. Okay.
so go back for the revised information.
Thank you, Johan.
Yeah.
So why you have to go back? I'm trying to understand why you have to go back. This is because the information is not complete.
So no. So the template one. It sends. Oh, sorry.
They said, oh,
Just a minute. Hold on.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, yeah.
So for instance, mining will populate the templates. So yeah, with the values and all that. And at the tail end, it will come back to refine the template. For instance, the values have changed.
Okay, coming back to the new information which is changing the values.
Exactly. So that is one of the challenges.
So have you seen the template? If they are filling the template somehow and it is not correctly filled, the business and the people who are sending you a template for mass upload, for example, so they are not filling it correctly, and then you have to do a lot of work on correcting things.
The mass upload.
So here he's talking like, for example, if everything is done by the accountant on a that Oxford journal. So if the reviewer picks up,
Yeah.
for instance,
Yeah.
from that perspective.
Okay. So yes, if the reviewer picks up an issue, they will have to definitely talk about it, understand it, and if the one who packed the journal needs to revise it, yes, and go back. If I understand you correctly. But the end users do not fill the template for the mass upload. It's the cost accountant, management accountant that do that. You understand? So the template for the mass upload, those that are completed by the end users.
Yeah.
So the business will need to not have the skills
Exactly.
to populate the mass upload
Absolutely.
template because they don't even have access into SAP to do this. So that template, that mass upload template is done by the finance team. Business will email the information to finance with the immediate accrual raised.
So what is the challenge in that? Means I'm trying to understand. So information is not fully provided to you to complete.
The information is really delivered. It's just that the time, it's where we are saying we have issues. Let's say to meet the deadline, and then the end user haven't actually sent the information for you to do your work.
It goes back to
So
discipline
that one
like business.
it has been captured.
Recapture.
Yeah, that's been captured already. I mean,
Oh, okay,
the
new
first
information.
one,
In the first one, we have
information not coming on time.
Okay.
That, yeah.
It's there. Okay, okay.
Really,
Okay.
that's what changing the values.
Okay. Do you have to do a lot of reclassification, means correction of the account from there to here, here to there? Those kind of journals, do you have to do a lot?
Yes, but that usually will come from the AP side,
From?
and so an AP officer posts the journal, and then the management accountant or the cost accountant takes it up, then either is reversed, then the writing is done, or the reclassification is done by the cost accountant or the management accountant.
But you have to correct it.
There are very few instances.
Then do you do it a lot? And you said yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
Can you
we don't
can
do it a lot. I'm sorry if I affirm that we don't do it a lot. There are few instances, that comes in this nature.
so there are reclassification journals. Do you have to do cost center account code corrections or those kind of things?
Second,
So basically, when you have to do, like, for example, if you have to do a reclassification journal, whether due to cost centers or anything, so, so, for example, if you get a journal, the cost centers,
exactly. So cost center and then the GL account.
but the frequency, basically the volume of that, is that a little?
No, it's a little. Because they are not much.
Actually, the cost accountants that the government companies, they are mostly taking
Okay.
as a point. What is something doing monthly?
Yeah, so it goes back to what we discussed yesterday around the reporting, for example. Every single end user department, whether you're mining or metallurgy or whatever it is, it's got a cost accountant or like a business partner that sits with that end user team or that mining team or whatever to go through these types of things. And it's actually discussed monthly at these updates.
So it's being reviewed on daily basis.
So before they even bring it, the
They
cost
check it.
accountants must check exactly before we can post.
Okay.
So he's providing you the information, but what is the challenge with you? Is it he's providing incorrect information or
Incorrect wouldn't be there. Before it comes to us, it's like they have confirmed.
So basically, on this one, there is no challenge in it. If they
okay,
do
let me take out the reclassification. You don't do, because Pariksha, I have seen that reclassification is a biggest problem because somebody at the SAP, have posted the journal, sorry, posted an entry of payment, for example, or anything. So accounting team has to put a reclassification journal to do correct
So
it.
how it works, yeah, so how it works in AGA is that there's cost accountants that are dedicated to specific mining departments, engineering, metallurgy, geology, right? And the cost accountant drives these journals with the influence, reviews the documentation, to ensure that it's the correct cost code, cost center, all of that.
Okay, so it is already checked before coming to accounting team.
Yes.
Okay, that's why it's not there. Okay.
The blanket for Shaka and also
But that's because of the bank fee.
Yeah, exactly.
so when investors allocate and processing blanket. Then you have to know you make it more reclassify the cost.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's probably normal for it, not because of error.
Exactly. So reclassification is not a challenge, it's this.
Okay, any other challenge which you are facing? Because this is a heavy exercise of putting the manual journals. So what are the other challenge which you are facing?
I think,
Apart from delaying for receiving the information, I don't think there's.
yeah, I think with our end, it will have to do with the supporting document. At times, the document is quite heavy. Then loading it
Into SAP.
SAP,
Yeah.
Okay, but hopefully now that they may moving SAP to be hosted on cloud, all the technical stuff, because previously there was like local service, but I do know for security there was bandwidth issues, right? Because it was fiber to the country. But they were working on this global exercise to move SAP to the cloud, etc., to help with those kinds of things.
Okay, because mountain, when you are under pressure, you are
You
looking
want something quick.
Yeah.
So
what-
it's basically the size of the documentation to be loaded in SAP can cause actually delays because of the size of the documentation. Our IT department, we looking at upgrading our SAP, basically
capability.
hosted cloud environment. Yeah, we need to help with that kind of challenges.
Size of, let me write it. Size of supporting documentation is very heavy. Heavy, and SAP is being upgraded, Pariksha?
Our DT team was working on basically upgrading the servers and the hosting and all of that. That's a technical side. I can't
Okay.
talk. So, yeah.
Okay. Any other challenge which you are facing in general entries or closing of books? Do you see that depreciation or automated journals are not correctly? You have to run a couple of times or like that.
The question again.
Any other challenges you're facing?
Oh, okay.
No.
Like depreciation or automated entries are not correctly posting.
Some challenges that are facing that don't have exactly the background.
Yeah, so basically they could be business user challenges where the business is facing challenges that basically impacts the finance user. But that's not something that we can control because it could be business related.
Yes, yes, yes.
And you must also understand that we deal with a lot of mining contractors.
Yeah.
And sometimes, we need to negotiate all these things. And there could be disputes because, like, for example, like, I think the rates for AUMS, it's signed a year from, it takes time to actually negotiate these things. So there's always actually this kind of business lags or actually disputes, etc., that we need to manage.
Yeah, Johan was telling
And
me
we
the
have
same
to do
thing.
it.
He was just telling me about the disputes.
And we have to do it in a very carefully manner because it's these mining contractors
Yeah.
that extract the gold for us. And if we don't get out of production, for whatever reason, you have a CEO.
Yeah, if
on
they
their
should
end.
work for one day,
Yes.
it becomes a big issue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For example, there could be, there could be some.
Yeah.
So you'll find when you look at our supply population, there's about 20% of the suppliers that are 80% of value,
So,
Yeah,
so.
critical
so
ones.
that will come down for us in finance. That's the point one. We're usually not stand on time.
Okay.
But for the business, the end user, we might not know.
The operational
the
constraints.
operational constraints, yes.
Okay. So till workday 6, when you have the books closed and you have to process all the things, any other things which you think that it is creating there is an automation possibility like prepaid journals, some allocation journals. Do you have those automated? Is there any possibility for automation which you think?
Like, as an example, I do know insurance is actually handled globally as an example, but if you prepay rent, if you prepay insurance, right, that is not automated, that's a manual process. So,
It's a manual, I think it was discussed even on the accounts payable that you pay the rent 1 year in advance. So you pay it on a specific account and then every month there is another entry which is being done
yeah.
repeated, right?
Yes,
Correct? Remember you
Yes.
discussed it in the AP session, right?
like, for CBA, we pay the rent for our money for average.
Yeah.
So we pay what the full year. So
And then you just
there
offset
is,
it.
Every month.
every month.
And you recognize the expenditure for that one.
So the rent entries, etc., are made by AP team every month. rent accruals, prepaid rents,
Amortization.
entry is done by the
amortization.
city.
Yeah.
Those are
No.
done by an AP team?
Receiver.
Yes
It
or
is
no?
done by controllership.
Okay, so then the account receivable team.
Receivable.
Yes, the
The amortization.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why it's the
Done by
LED partners.
Controllership,
amortization.
Yeah.
because
Okay.
fixed assets fall to
Yes,
controllership.
yes.
Is it fair to say that AP also processes manual journal entry right now?
AP, yes.
Yes, because you would do if we.
Who is not here right now? Who is not here right now also process manual journal entries out of our team means.
Yes,
The accounts payable team, they process manual journal entries.
They do.
They do.
Yeah. We do.
We
Yeah.
because some of the team members here, they are also attending.
Yeah, there is a, I got this, there is a,
Which session I'm sitting in and then.
okay,
We do.
so, okay,
Okay.
and no problem. We will see that. We will have a list of journal entries and we will decide, you know,
Yes,
Because
and
general-
invoicing, currency conversion,
Yeah.
the rest of the.
Yeah, it will be good to have like, yes, this listing of entries. Because,
we've shared it with
That-
Benito already. Now I'm just giving it to, because it's been pulled from tables. It's been pulled from back in SAP tables for 2024 for the whole year.
so
So all
saying-
journal-
okay, fine. I think any other challenges which you think I should note or everything otherwise you think we have covered?
we need to develop the closing timelines, calendar details. Remember the email that we saw yesterday that had the cutoff dates and so on.
Yeah, that.
And the reason I'm asking is that also like we were discussing today in the accounts payable session and accounts payable invoices, for example, they get processed till the last day of the month. And even the payments as well are processed in the same way. So I was interested to understand what is the closing calendar for the R2R, what is the end line for the last day for manual journal entries,
The sixth,
so that
the sixth is 6 working days lost. And the GL closes on the sixth because they actually need to submit to HFM on what they said.
Yeah.
no, 6 is very good, 6 is generous. Okay. I'm good with 6. It's okay.
So in this scenario, you know, all the journal entries should be processed by, you know, this team now, means in future. All the journal entries, all the accrual
Okay.
entries.
Yeah, for their respective areas, right? Remember, controllership has the,
Yes, separate, which we are keeping out, more are technical, judgmental, you know, all those kind of journals. But right now, if the AP team is processing journal, this will come to this team. So that's why I need a listing of those, you know, the total volume of journals which are in scope. So we'll come to that. And I request team to work a little bit and give me a clue, you know, that we are processing 100 journals, including AP, including AR, you know, so that I have in mind how many journals our team has to process.
And even including, so even in the payroll sessions, for example, we need also, like you see that the payroll team are doing the payroll preparation and the payroll entries are done by the same team, which is the payroll team. So they do
Yes.
payroll processing and they do a payroll accounting as well.
Yeah, that could be a segregated. Payroll is can be segregated, but accruals, etc., should be done by our team. The information about accruals, for example, preparation or making a list of accruals, they can send.
No, I'm saying about the manual journal entry for the payroll itself and for like whatever payouts, one-off payments, whatever.
Payroll can be done by R2R, payroll journal entries, not the payroll preparation.
The payroll journal entry is done by, my understanding, it's done by the payroll team.
exactly.
Payroll-
So that's how it's working currently, and I understand in your world it's R2R, but how
Yes.
it's working at the moment in AGA, the person responsible for the payroll also has responsibility to do the GL recon between payroll and the general ledger,
Yes,
your leave pay,
yes,
so-
got it.
by the first team.
Very,
and
very
even,
good.
even we discussed on the intercompany. So intercompany, same thing. So intercompany in accounts payable, the person responsible for the intercompany accounts payable payment is also reconciling with the counterparty for
Yes.
this month's invoice that's coming in. Statement
Yes.
coming from the accounts receivable side from like the other counterparty, and
That-
the statement aligned both ways.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's
It's not the GL entry, like it's not the GL balance reconciliation, but what's expected that this is billed this month from accounts receivable one side, received on accounts payable on the other side, and they are both aligned that this is the payment that will be paid by this legal entity and received by other legal entity for this closing month.
yes.
my point?
Yes. Yes. That's why, I requested this file, because it will show what this person exactly is doing. If it is doing the APAR, and if he is doing the journal entries. So I will understand this and make a total how many FTs are only for the manual journal entries. So that's why it is very important file which you have to fill, where you can divide a person's time according to various sub processes. And this will be used by other team also. So AP have this same file where they will enter their stuff, and internally at Genpact side, we will discuss and align on the cross functions. So that way it will be yeah.
Vineet, you must also remember that BCG have been to all the my sites, right? You all have spent some time.
Yeah.
Yeah. BCG have also done like, but they did it at a higher level, and they even went to Brazil. So we're using the work, for example, that we've done to Brazil as a baseline from what actually BCG have prepared. So there's also that file that includes each person like in finance, what the activities were, and they actually classify amongst the different towers. And we need also to use that file as a baseline.
Absolutely. We will reconcile that file because this is coming from latest right now. This is all latest. So we'll reconcile this with the BCG and see the variances and how that had to be tackled. Okay.
Sorry, Mukta, did you just raise something?
You may know the person who is working on this section, but you cannot know the time he's passing during this or that.
That is the issue.
So we give the volumetric details, like whatever,
That's fine.
and there are, so what we would be maybe asking is about even the percent of time allocated. So if you give the percent of time allocated, we have in Genpact an equation that says, okay, this is the number of the working hours that are required by every person on monthly basis and so on. And accordingly, he can calculate and do this mathematical allocation. Because maybe the to-be process can be a bit different in terms of the roles and responsibility split. So some of the accounting can be a bit maybe aggregated on R2R level on a heavier way to some extent.
So
And then because typically the accounts payable person would be working on subledger, typically.
yeah.
And GL maybe for one account for the vendor, maybe manual entry for the vendor account only, but not have an open access for the
So
GL.
if I'm to give an estimate for somebody in controllership,
And
it's just going to be an estimate.
Okay.
It's not going to be
Yeah,
accurate.
that is why that is not going to be filled by you. It's going to be the roles, the Kingo, it's going to be the senior finance managers.
Yeah.
They're going to take that.
Yeah.
And basically, Vineet, we have discussed this. That template is shared with Johan, with the FBPs to get that sort of effort in terms of percentages. So that's
Okay.
going to come from finance business partners.
Okay.
So
Okay.
again, the I was asking is that the closing calendar is shared, like the closing timelines of every month. Is this something that is also shared on the shared drive? Or not?
It's in the process. So they're in the process of sharing documents with Liliana. They're in the process of sharing documents with Vineet. It's a process. So by the end of this week, I mean, basically things will be uploaded and shared. I've seen quite a few emails already to Liliana. I've seen stuff on intercompany go to Vineet. So
Okay. And is it like a fixed calendar? So you have like it's the same deadlines every month and same quarter closing, same on year end closing, or it differs There is a separate communication
Yes,
from
because
scheme
we need to factor
for
in
controllership, for
the
example.
weekends and all that, so depending on.
So working on work days, if you work on work days, it should be exactly the same because you don't specify the dates because workday 1, workday 2, 3, whatever. However, sometimes what happens monthly is not what happens quarterly, and what happens quarterly is not what happens annually. So actually, depending on where you are within the year, there could be more effort at year end, and there could be more effort at quarter end.
Effort is fine. I'm saying about the deadlines. So all the cutoff dates, that's what I was asking. So the cutoff dates are the same always, or do you receive every month or every quarter a separate communication comes from controllership or corporate that says this is the closing calendar for this month, this is the subject of closing, inventory, closing GL, and so on. That's my question.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can have
I
the
mean,
ends,
for-
but yeah, but
yeah.
it's the same, you know.
Yeah, exactly, but.
Because like the first could fall on a Saturday,
Yeah.
but it's actually going to do the Monday, you know, so it's basically the same. It's just the dates change.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so my understanding is the individual checklist is different for each of the site, but the ultimate goal of workday 6 is same for all the sites.
The closing, he's giving just the example of the 6th of the following month, that this is the closing date for the regional entries, for example. Now, on monthly basis, maybe I'm doing 40, 50 entries, but on the quarter month, I'm doing 70 because there are additional entries on year end, maybe even more.
So
Right.
what is a quarterly? Workday 8? What is it? I can write down also.
Workday
Quarterly.
7, that's the deadline. There is no, unless there's a huge issue that's picked up by the auditors, or there's a huge accrual that doesn't come through, that's
Something
that
that
we
was
need
missed,
to close,
that to
then
be,
we need special permission. It goes through a governance forum to open up the system, etc.
yes, yes. No, understood.
Okay. So do you follow any corporate calendar which is same for everyone?
Yes, I'll share with you the corporate calendar.
Okay. Month end calendar exists and it is same across sites. And in supporting that, we will have a check. Okay, good. Individual checklists. So you will share with me the checklist also, month close, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that we saw yesterday.
Okay. So I think I'm good with the journal entries. So we discussed about the accruals. We discussed about the process of segregation duties, how they are processed, the challenges which you are facing. So are you doing, there are some more things are there. Are you doing the trial balance review?
Copying you in, so it'll give you an idea of the
Yeah,
process.
yes.
Yes, for data, no, I'm not the one building the trial balance review.
So you
No,
for
like
data is no. Okay. And for the profit loss variance analysis, accounting variance analysis.
The trial balance review, are you saying, I want to understand, if you are asking whether it's being done by us or as a site?
No, by your team, the sites, your team. So we are keeping the controller and corporate separate.
But remember that they feed into it, right?
Yeah.
So the ownership lies with controllership,
Yeah.
but AP has a role to play.
So it involves everyone in
Yes.
finance.
That's fine. If you have a role to play, yes. It is yes.
Specific questions for specific things that are outliers versus the normal numbers, then that's understandable. But I don't have a rule that I need on monthly basis or quarterly basis that I go into a variance analysis file and I do it. So remember what we saw yesterday that I do the commentary. That is not part of the rule. Is what we are trying to say. That's not part of the responsibility. But yeah, someone else is doing it, and maybe you can come and ask me about for clarification.
So you support it. You basically support it.
Yes.
Can I change this instead of review? This is a support. Support of review of trial balance that controller reviews it, but you provide supports to them in case.
But it differs by country. So we saw yesterday that there is what, like in one country we were doing it was being done by this team, right? Or it was not done by the one that Fanta was showing.
Exactly. But for instance, let me explain the process for Obuasi, and maybe you can get it from there. So the deadlines are shared prior to month end.
Oh, yeah.
And in there is a date for the trial balance review. We all used to sit, everyone in finance will sit, and then we project it. So it gets to your area, you speak about it, and explain why the variances and all that.
Yeah.
You understand? But in terms of the documentation, documenting it's controllership that does that. Yeah.
So just check for you, the review of trial balance, I have put yes, except GETA. Is it correct?
It also does the TV review. They do a TV review.
Yeah, they do, but I'm not part of the team.
Oh, okay.
So GETA also does that? Yes. So that was yes?
Yes.
Yes.
They do.
Okay. And any kind of variance analysis that last time accounting, so for example, sales expenses were this much, this time that much, any kind of variance analysis you do?
Yes.
Okay. For all the sites. And you run the FX valuation in SAP, right?
Correct.
Okay.
You run it, John.
Okay. And period close, you don't do it. Period close, you don't do it. No.
And say not now, is it?
Correct?
What? Repeat your question, Vinit.
I'm in the line number 63 here. The period close, I have put no to all the sites.
No, it's yes.
But you mentioned
Is
that
that
this is a controllership who does the period close. You don't do
On
that.
site.
Yeah,
Okay, yes.
it's
Payables
about
don't do that. Yeah.
It's controllership.
Period close, I think it was mentioned also this morning, it's a manual step, right? So it's a manually someone
Yeah.
closes their period
Exactly.
in a manual way. In a
In SAP, yes.
But it's done by controllership. It's not done by this team.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Is it
Even
correct?
the execution is not done by you guys. It's done by controllership.
Yes.
The revaluation.
Yeah, the revaluation.
Before that, so.
No,
Is it correct?
And it's done by controllership.
Okay. But what does it for us?
Then possibly one by controllership.
Yours to is controllership. Yeah, so that and
Well, it's not controllership right now. It's transaction.
This is transaction, but he does the revaluation. It's been doing it, so maybe it will change.
Yeah, but I think they're busy with that transition. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you can say that the revaluation and the period close is done by controllership. It's not done by this team.
Sure. So I've written this. Okay.
Declaration.
What about closing of FA, fixed asset generals, ARAP? It is done by you, subledger, not the final ledger, subledgers.
Sorry, say again.
This has been, we have been doing this for about 2 months after the changes, maybe, I don't know. Because someone has to open and the declaration shown as still, they check, the one who's in charge of the AP. So, don't know how we put it.
So this is also done by controllership, the AR close, AP close, FA close, fixed asset close.
It's done by contraction, but evaluation done by the one in charge of the
it's from a proceed.
prosecutor.
Proceed.
I'm here, line number 64.
That's done by contraction.
Controllership.
No, the
Okay.
subledger, PAR. Who
This
closes
is subledger.
Controllership.
Okay. So this is also done by controllership.
Slow is closing.
And no. Okay, do you prepare any kind of SOX control report?
Yes, there is SOX control across all the mine sites.
So, but this team, the transaction which is in scope, Pariksha, do they prepare any SOX control reports?
Oh, balance sheet reconciliation. No, it's done by controllership.
Sorry, this mistake. This one I'm talking about.
Which one?
Any kind of SOX control preparation?
So
There's a source control,
Yes, there is.
but if you say preparation, then what? Submit.
It's basically completing your SOX control.
Okay, yeah, that's fine, yes. So then, yes.
It is done by you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Remember, SOX controls are across all processes, across all towers. So there's a work performed by and there's a control owner, but it's across all the processes.
Okay. And for that purposes, you have a listing of SOX controls, right? Which you checklist every month, correct?
It's sorry.
For this purposes, SOX controls, you have a checklist of all SOX controls, right? Which you have to follow.
There is a maximum.
Yeah.
Yes, it's basically the controls are part of the RACM. There's a frequency of the control, whether it's monthly, weekly, daily, quarterly, whatever. So, yeah.
Okay. Okay. But you have a spreadsheet, right? Where you see the controls has to be checked in, checklist for the controls. How do you follow this SOX control?
For SOX.
So for SOX, what happens is that we use a system called BWise. And what happens is that through actually BWise, you are sent email notifications to confirm that you have actually completed your controls for that particular period.
Yeah.
And you certify. Yes. And then we also have a SharePoint site where we need to upload all our SOX evidence. Yeah.
Okay. But Pariksha, I'm asking the list of the controls, right? You have to do 1 controls, 2, 3, 4 list of the things. How do you manage that list? Do you have that listing?
Every control owner has their controls listing because they have to perform
Okay.
it and they have to certify that they have actually done
Okay.
their controls.
And this team does that, right?
Yes, it'll
Okay.
be across employee.
Perfect. Perfect. Here is the control listing. All right. I think month calendar. So month calendar is provided by corporate.
So we have
Or-
a global calendar. So we have a global calendar, but
Okay.
remember that the month plans have their specific own timetables.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is
I think
Yeah,
we
which
have
they share
to
yesterday.
say this.
Okay. Perfect. All right. I think we are good with the journal entries. And there was one more plan today for the reporting side. So do we have a list of reports which we do that? Do you do any kind of reports?
Like for example, like the reports in my opinion, what it means is like what you shared yesterday, you do that report on AP, with the variances explained. So any types of those types.
So
Oh.
some
What do you
reports
mean
which
by
you
that?
send to controllership or anyone, or for your own purposes, you
It's controversial. Yes.
The hours.
Yeah.
The variation between previous.
evaluation, yeah.
Yes, we give the inputs, but it's done by the controller.
But you have to generate.
Of course, yes.
So
What you
So
generate.
basically what the team does, they actually generate their specific accounts that are actually impacted. They have a look at it. They provide input onto their accounts and they share it with actually controllership that pulls together a consolidated view of the whole TV.
Okay. And this is shared, and what date they share it?
Usually after the trial balance review.
Before.
I mean, what do you have a timelines for generating this report?
For what say not a documented timeline, but right after the closing, you need to do that.
Okay, so should I say workday 6 for now?
But if you don't, I mean, the reporting team will even work to you to get those information.
Okay.
So yeah.
So workday 6 for now. Any other report you generate like revaluation report or any depreciation report, which you compare the depreciation is correct or not, or any kind of report for the supporting document? Do you generate any reports?
There is also the intercompany balance confirmation reports.
Okay, very good. Intercompany balance confirmation report. And what date you generate? 25th?
Yeah, we provided at the same date as the trial balance. Because
So
it has to be
what date you generate?
completed.
It's first cutoff is 25th.
I mentioned yesterday, 25th is the cutoff.
The cutoff,
Yeah, and then
and 30th is the
30th is the deadline. Yeah.
Okay, so this applies to all. Sorry, what is the deadline?
The last day of the month.
Sorry, say that again, please.
Last day of the month.
Last day of the month, so 30th, should I write? Workday 30. Or workday minus one, basically.
The last day of the month. The one
Or that is also from SAP. Okay. Any other reports?
Any other reporting that you do, John? After?
The bank
The bank record. Bank record.
reports, not insurance.
It is a huge report.
Meaning,
Revising of the reports. The bank record.
I was thinking.
Yeah, you can tell me later on also. That's fine. I just wanted to kickstart this. That I wanted to have a listing of reports which you generate, either at the month end or, in between the month. So this report is for other people, other teams, or for your own purposes.
So then you can add a bank reconciliation.
Which one, sir?
The bank
bank
reconciliation.
Bank reconciliation.
That's the report. That's a reconciliation, right? You are not generating from SAP.
So you see.
The reports are basically.
All the issues are generated from SAP. So
Balance reconciliation is a separate that you prepare, right? You're not generating from SAP or that's a separate balance reconciliation. And intercompany you mentioned trial balance, specific details and shares. In this first one, what kind of specific ledger accounts should I say? Is specific accounts? For example, what kind of accounts you share with the controllership?
Accounts within their responsibility. Things like AR, AP, cash and bank.
Cash, AR reports, AP accounts. Okay. All right. This is fine. For now, I'll send you this as a, we need to fill this up in case it is, if it's not there, fine, no problem. But I just trying to.
But here you can add the PD reports.
Process director report.
Process director report.
Okay, process director report. Okay. Process director report. And what this process director is used for?
Remember that's your AP automation, your invoice.
Yes, intellectual.
Supply the name of the process director.
Okay. So this this report you generate from the process director only. This is a
It's in
software.
SAP. This director is embedded in SAP.
Oh, SAP only. Okay.
Process director is embedded in SAP.
Okay. Embedded. And this you generate, okay, somewhere in Workday. What Workday? 2?
2 days before month end.
Before the month end. So it should be Workday -2 for now. I'll just write it for now.
Yeah.
Just to track it, that this is report is there. Okay. So that's okay, good. Any other report, if you think about it, just let me know. Right now, I just noted 3 reports, which is there. Okay. So we have covered the journal entries. We have covered the reporting side also. So Pratiksha, from the next day, I wanted to fix assets you mentioned next week. This is not this week.
Johan will confirm with you exactly.
Okay. And I wanted to understand the reconciliation process as well. Majorly, I noted that you don't have a policy, no high risk thresholds, etc. So I noted it, but I wanted to understand the, how you are reconciling the process. So for tomorrow, I have, just reconciliation is left out. Do you think anything else is left out?
General ledger reconciliations. Your like
General
payout,
balance,
your
yeah.
prepayments, your
Down payments.
trade and other payables, down payments, balance sheet, yeah.
So we have covered a lot of things in 3 days. So I wanted to understand the KPIs. I'm not sure, Pratiksha, key performance indicator. Is it anything where a team checks their performance, that this number of journal entry processed this month, this number of bank recons done this month? So some tracking mechanism. Is there any tracking mechanism?
So on your mind side, right? Like on your mind side, because I do know like the normal performance measures, like your total cash cost, your all-in sustaining cost, your free cash flow, like the general performance matrix, that's like very monitored. But when it comes down to specific accounting processes, like for example, like CTD, are you like, for example, like your straight through processing, like your automation rates from TD, is that sitting at 25%? Is that sitting at 40%? Or if you're looking at your sundry payments, for example, right? How many payments are being processed without going through a PO? So your total invoices are basically 100%, but 5% of that are sundry payments, not PO invoices. So those type of KPIs, is that being monitored on the side?
That's for instance, the sundry one used to be monitored a lot. That is from the corporate. Exactly. So we're giving a specific percentage, but I think what he came down further, but as in the FC, wanted us to do about 5%.
I remember that.
Yeah.
But we were sitting at like 40+%. Lots of things, but in terms of current, like on the minds, because that BPC product that we used to have, after marketing the last, that same time is floating. It's never reconfigured. Yeah, so nothing happens specifically on my side. Things like your GRIR balances.
Yes, GRIR balances. It's a okay. So yes, we generate that as well. Thank you for reminding me of that. So there's a report, GRIR, report. Yeah. So that is also generated at the end of the month. So
It's done by controversy.
no, so that's why it's done by the AP.
Yeah.
That complex report.
Ours was moved to
Controversy.
Wednesday.
Oh, when it changes.
And that was the good news ever.
Everybody hates GRIR.
That account is so yes, GRIR, you can add that to the report. It also at the end of the month, mean,
So GIRR.
GRIR, it's
Good
part of your
idea.
APA, yeah.
Okay, so I've noted this as well. So timelines is close to work.
I think, you know, from a reporting perspective, I'm sure you guys do it as well. You review the aging of your debtors, you review the aging of your creditors.
Yes.
In 180 days.
Exactly.
But this one is mostly our end, it's mostly controllership will bring the list and then you send your comments on each.
for the aging report.
Yeah,
The aging.
yeah, the aging.
Creditors aging.
Creditors, the customers,
So really,
yeah,
Wow,
they.
that was only done.
yeah, that's it with Obuasi. And this one is done weekly on weekly
Yeah,
basis.
Okay, so then it's part of the.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Aging.
the report, yeah. The aging report, yes.
That's-
So we are looking at reports in SAP. Reports outside SAP is not part of this, right?
No, you can tell me that as well. If it's outside SAP, that I also can note it.
Coming from there.
The data always
Yeah,
has
we
to
don't-
come out of SAP, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, so bullion reports as well.
The monthly.
Yes, monthly bullion and then the cash balance.
Cash, yeah, the
report.
weekly cash report.
Yeah, but at the
But
month
that
end
one-
is really.
What's name? Weekly?
That one is not.
So
from
there's
SAP.
basically weekly cash balances reports
No, the
Monthly
monthly
cash balances reports.
Outside.
and the gold bullion report.
Okay, weekly cash balance report.
On block.
Unblock.
Yeah.
Uh,
on that,
You make
yeah.
reports.
Because the unblocking percentage was really,
very high.
where you manually can go and choose a reason,
Yeah.
We have monthly also, on the cash, we have monthly also,
weekly and monthly.
and monthly is.
Weekly, monthly, and annual.
Yeah.
Weekly and monthly cash report.
Okay. Cash balance report.
Then the
The-
bullion reports,
Sorry, Frank, I'm referring to
It's
the
that's across the bullion reports weekly and
sorry, Frank, I'm referring to the gold reconciliation.
yes.
Yeah, the good reconciliation is different from the billion report. The billion report is the one we send to the chamber. And then put it.
So Krishna.
You are-
The one that we reconcile, how much gold sold,
Yeah.
the closing. Okay, so we call it the gold refund. Maybe that's the name. but,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's,
the
it's a
other one is
bullion,
for
bullion
is
report.
gold.
Yeah.
Then the next one that they do specifically at Sigiri is the unblocked invoices report.
That is done in Obuasi as well.
That's unblocked.
Do you pull out reports for the?
Exactly.
You pull it up from DW.
Okay, but
We do it directly from SAP.
You do
Un-
straight.
not on SAP, but we don't pull the reports of those.
Yeah, so you realize that at the end of the month. a lot of-
Unblocked, what's that? Unblocked?
Unblocked
Unblocked.
invoices.
Unblocked invoices. Reports. Yeah, so we pull that report and then send it to the various.
Okay, so this is for Sigiri and Abasi only.
Yes. Explain everything.
I'm sure you do this at Haiti as well, right?
No,
Reports.
it's not a compulsory report.
It's our end is not reports, but when I want to unblock every day, you extract, you give it to the AP. They have to explain why they are blocked.
Because this is
And
done by.
then from the mail, you unblock.
So I show you. And
I still want to open up something when I for the few months I worked at Cal, what we used to do for reporting. Monthly reviews.
Okay, so this is all monthly, right? The bullion report and unblocked invoice report.
The unblocked is weekly.
Which one?
The unblocked report.
Is weekly, okay.
So our end is like.
And I think also we have the weekly payment report.
Okay.
This is,
Yeah, but that's blocked. Okay, Vanessa, I'm quickly going to share something with you, right? this is what from a corporate BPC level
Okay.
used to be done, but is not. Let me just get there. I can't share. Ish, that's my problem.
Then put it on the.
Can I put it on the chat? Can I put it to maybe one of you? And just share your side, right? Let's just do that.
Are you sharing anything, Pratiksha?
Remember how I battled to share because I don't have access to share. Genpack has completely knocked me off for sharing. Seriously, everyone in AGA can share, but I can't share with Genpack. Some weird.
You can't share. What do you mean? You can't share here in Teams?
I can't share if you set up a meeting because you set up from an external organization. I'm prohibited from sharing.
That's from issue side, by the way, not from Genpact side.
That's interesting.
How come?
I never block any specific person.
This is from issue side. by the way.
It's the stuff I sent you. So you do it on screenshots. You don't draw a report.
No.
Okay, so it's still part of the reporting. You can consider that.
Okay.
Just a different form.
So this is what.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blocked invoices.
That's what I'll say. Various team members.
Okay, but you don't get the stuff I can figure out. In fact, I can send things on something.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, Franklin, you just share what I sent you.
Okay.
Okay, it's still uploading.
You sent it via email.
I sent it on Teams. in chat.
Okay.
I've also sent you those manual journals for all of you because I think it's massive, so you can just. Sorry, I sent you both of what I sent.
Okay. So,
So it's in the individual chat, I sent you.
Okay.
You need 2 seconds, please.
That's right.
Yeah. You can see this is 2021, right?
SAP KPI. What's that?
Maybe if you open in, maybe if you download it.
2021.
It's downloading.
If you click on the 3 dots there, download it. The top and the right. Just more.
Africa Finance.
So here I am.
Check that once before.
Yeah, then you come down, so it was GRIR, then it was things like your breakdown, you can go a bit more down. You come more down, because that's the 4 types of accounts that make up, then the aging view of where it was greater than 180 days. So the
Yes.
data was, then your top 10 vendors of aging greater than 90 days, who those vendors are, you come more down.
So big brother is watching.
This was when we were, this is now your blocked invoices. So you were asking for your blocked invoices. So if you come more down,
It's a good
right?
Yeah.
So this is now your blocked invoices. And then the percentages of blocked invoices and the reason why things are blocked. It could be because of, some sort of reason. Yeah. But a lot of them, except Giri, a lot of them is due to GIT and unplanned deliveries. Then you come down and then this is the blocked invoices in terms of where it's sitting the most. And then this is your sundry invoices, we were trying to limit
The sundry posting.
non-PO invoices.
Yeah.
You see, was quite high, but they did come down to 5%.
When Biafran was the lowest, right?
Agent.
Oh,
And then this was the progress. And then we also used to monitor supply chain. So if you come down, there was a little bit of supply chain monitoring here. Okay, but I don't have it. But this was what we used to do. It was in place and it worked well. But then after the new CEO started and people started leaving and stuff, things like this started falling apart.
Yeah.
This was when they started to, Project Drive.
Oh, sorry. Is it okay?
Can you go back up a bit? I just want to see. Yeah.
Should I keep going?
So this has the
I'm bringing
Right.
percentage of total non-PO, your total population of invoices, what percentage of that is non-PO? And then we also have the vendors, because if you had a PO vendor invoice, then why are you processing that through Sundry? Because that should be processed through a PO process.
the
That's
annual
what it
versus
like,
the
West
oh,
Africa.
the PO versus non-PO%.
Yes, sometimes what business used to do, a PO vendor, they used to actually process through a Sundry vendor. And we wanted to,
Becomes faster, yeah.
yes, and we wanted to then cut back on that, because if it's a PO vendor, you need to follow the PO process,
Yes.
not process through Sundry.
Yeah.
But there are still some, no matter what, will come through
Seven,
Sundry.
so of the nature.
Is
of it.
this report shared somewhere? Or this is not the report?
This I did myself, but it was done in 22, because I know.
I see,
because I
which
did
one? I saw it.
2021. And then after that, I was moved out. Then we did that massive restructuring. Remember when I spoke about Project Drive on Monday, this was
Yes.
21?
Yeah.
And I was moved out of car and I was moved to corporate. And that's when they moved me to lease accounting. And things like this started then dying off.
Yes, yes.
Even AP automation. I worked with Mukta at AP automation and I worked with Prudence at AP automation in Gator. But 3/4 way through Gator, I was pulled out of the project and they put me to corporate. So there was lots of these changes where
Yeah.
things started getting
Yeah.
disrupted.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm just saying that even if it is not currently being done, but to see it visually, it looks also good. So that's why I'm saying that even if it's not done today, if we could just share it over email.
Just put it for your teams.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Would be great. I was just even sharing with
Okay.
some of the reporting that is happening even for accounts payable for wave 2 currently by the Africa team. So that also, because we will start now the reporting that will be required. Yes, Renee, please go ahead. Vinit, please go ahead. Over to you.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So let me share my screen. Okay, let me know once you see this.
Yes, we can see.
Okay, so for today, I would need the journal entry template, the mass upload template. Just say yes, yes to me so that I know you understood. So closing checklist. Okay.
Some of them have been sent, eh? So some of them have been sent. You just need to check your mails for it. So some
Okay.
of them have been sent, yeah.
Perfect, Pariksha. You are awesome. And the closing calendar, the corporate calendar.
I've already sent that to you. I've also copied Mustafa in, so you just get a
Okay.
feel from the governance
So
process.
Yes.
But closing checklist is for everyone is different, right? So you need to send 4 checklists to me for all the sites.
That they will send you, that I think
Okay.
they have sent. I'm talking for the corporate.
You have already sent, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
calendar you have sent it. So I would need the volume of the journals which you process.
Yes, that's one item that's pending.
That's pending for all of them. So they'll
Okay.
work through the extracts that I shared with you, and they will confirm for their
Yes.
respective.
Okay.
Mine.
So-
We are only to talk about
I
the
will-
ones we.
Yes. We understand.
I will also write this in the email so that you can track it. Okay. And I just wanted to touch base on the yesterday's follow-up. Have you uploaded it? I didn't see that, but have you uploaded the bank listing, bank
A lot of
recon.
them has been emailed to you, Vinit. I think a lot of them, I mean, the team has already put it in emails to you.
No, I didn't receive the email for bank listing.
No, so is it then, Diana?
Or so if you send to Liliana, you can forward on to Vinit.
Okay.
So here, so just check out the email from me. There is an open point out there. Just look and track those.
We should put it on their drive, for him.
Yeah.
So
But
for
the
all sessions, this is our third session. So all sessions, there are open points. In case those are not sent, please send it because I'm going to track it, for all that. So all the policy guidelines, the bank listing, any documentation which you have, which can help our operations. Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. So there's also been a bit of confusion because there's some stuff that Liliana also requested that you requested. So the team have sent it to Liliana, so they'll just forward the same email to you.
So which one? Yeah, I can definitely I can get it. So just let me know which one you have sent to Liliana. So just let me know by email that this is take from Liliana. I'll take it.
We can share with you as well. So we'll do that.
Okay. And finally, the employee tracking listing, how much percentage of time you are devoting to each of the sub process. So
This is the finance business partners. We said earlier it's going to be the finance business partners that do that.
no, one sec. Let me sec. This is not the finance. This is our job here, Pradiksha. I'm requesting this thing, employee activity here, where the person name would be there and how much time he's spending on.
This is the finance business partner because this team has only got access to their areas of accountability. The finance business partner has got a global view, not a global view, a full mind-side view, and they'll be able to populate this, which will include things like assets and all of that.
So the goal is to understand the work, right, Pratiksha? So should I contact the finance business partner again?
We're working on that. Johan is working on that.
Okay, so you will get me the timings and the effort basically for each of the
Johan
people.
will.
Okay,
Johan
will. So yeah. Okay, but just keep in mind because the team will be after me, in my team. That have how many people are there, how many hours they are spending and all. So those things are required. And
we know
if it is,
people need to understand beneath that it's a process. The teams are busy and stuff, so he will be engaging with them. And
okay,
we'll try our best to issue you basically everything ASAP, but it's also a process because we've got to speak to Himesh as well, who needs to align, so
Okay.
it's a
Perfect.
process.
Yeah.
As long as it is going on, it's fine. We're working on that, it's fine. For tomorrow, Pratiksha, I have two things, fixed assets and the recon. That is only left. Fixed assets, you
Yeah.
told no.
Sorry, Vineet, there's also actually two things I want to qualify, right? We're in a quarter end at the moment. PwC are actually busy with the audits as we speak because we're going to the market in the next couple of weeks. And over and above that, we're doing a hard close, meaning that for our year end, we're doing a hard close now on some of the accounting processes so that PwC can come in and do a proper audit.
So
quarter in September.
So this closes on the year closes in September. So year end is September.
Weeks.
But that's with the commercial team, but in terms of the accounting team, what we finish by the 6th, right?
No, but there's still actually lots of work involved with audits, lots of work.
So
Now they're doing their walkthroughs, now they're doing basically the quarter end review.
You're having
And they-
quarter audits?
Quarter reviews, basically
Quarter
quarter
audits,
end.
not. It's like the interim?
It's like a limited,
Audit?
so they express an opinion, but it's not a full audit opinion. The full audit opinion will come at year end, but there's work that they need to do.
It's
before
the
the
interim,
audit.
so it's like in Q4, they put like a % of review a bit, and then the complete comments on the rest of the auditing once the closing is complete, correct?
So basically, actually, PwC comes in and does a review every single quarter,
Every quarter.
every quarter.
Okay.
And we also go to markets, meaning that we've got a deadline to the market.
This is, you asked for, this is a local requirement.
This is because of our listing,
Mhm.
because of our listing,
Listing.
because we need to file 6 Ks with the SEC. we have to file reports with the SEC, and there's certain mandatory requirements. Over and above that, because we are now in October, we're doing a September hard close.
Yeah.
And I've just forwarded you, for example, some of the instructions where we're actually doing this hard close. So the teams on the mine sites are very, very busy. So I think we just need to be a bit patient when it comes to R2R, because like the key teams involved in R2R are also involved in these types of
Other
processes.
things. So Pratiksha, clarify one thing. Is it the financial year is January to December, or is it October to September?
December is a financial year, but because of our regulatory requirements, there's a lot of governance and audits that happens. And
Okay.
what you the stuff for which you'll find when you start, when we start dealing with auditors and stuff, we actually audited by two sets of auditors. PwC UK, because we domiciled in the UK, and then PwC South Africa, because we're a foreign private issuer. But once we become a domestic filer, meaning that we're going to change our shareholding board, so we're going to basically voluntary adopt US reporting, we're then going to be audited by PwC US as well.
Okay.
And for the PwC, yes, even though the PwC UK and South Africa audit,
Independent.
it's very intense. It's like, and sometimes it's highly frustrating.
Okay.
The challenges. Then over and above that, you have internal audit on your back, and then you have regulatory audits with government auditors, like, in country,
So many to take care of it. So this team supports that audit as well.
Yes.
Very good. Okay. So tomorrow, what we should do?
Like a stat team, something like that, a team that is supporting on the stat audits, specific team that is specialized in this.
Yeah, but there's some also transactional audits. So I mean, they don't only look at your so if they look at AP, they look at the underlying.
Right. There will be, but you don't have stat team, or you don't have
So basically, controllership managers.
controllership managers, but you will have definitely tax as well, tax team, so that you can support the tax audits and the reporting, right? Okay. Sorry, you're saying something.
I was saying for tomorrow, I had two things, recons and the fixed assets. So recon, I just want to touch with the reconciliation list and see, the recons way, how you are doing it, the templates, etc. And the fixed assets, Pratiksha, you mentioned next week. You will find out. You will find out.
Yes.
Yes. So what should be the tomorrow for me? Because that is the only thing which is pending right now.
Yeah, so obviously what I do, because basically each of them would have shared that in the month-end calendar, is maybe just walk through the month-end calendar, so you get an understanding of the month-end calendar that you can explain in terms of what you can, and then we do recons. I think we'll probably
Okay, that is good idea. So we will review the month-end calendar tomorrow and the recon. And month-end calendar, you have sent already. I checked the email. I don't have right now.
I've sent the corporate one, but the teams would have sent you the specific ones. I have seen the team send you the specific ones.
Okay, and team, you have access to that folder, right? Which I sent a link in my email. You can upload there. Should I show you again?
We'll link at it.
Yeah,
we have it. So we upload them there.
And sometimes we feel it's better for you to mail.
So if
rather
you
than it will be over, but if it's too big, then you can upload it and then you can follow that up with it. Yeah.
okay,
So
can you
then
see my screen right now? The Excel. Okay, let me open my email here. So this is the email I sent yesterday. And you see the link here. If you click on this link, it will take you to the folder for your specific location. For example, this. Look at this. Oops, sorry. Let me drag this down. It's not coming. Okay. You see this? When you click on the link, you will have their own folders like this. And you can upload your document, for example, GETA. You click on this and you will see General Accounting R2R, where we are right now. Click on this and you can upload here, the checklist.
You can see John has already done basically uploading and yeah.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
internal data request in this yesterday. This is the questionnaire. This is separate. But what I was requesting in their open items listing there, you can send just. Okay, so this is a folder. You should have access to it, and that's why this is the AGA folder. And
Can
all
you
the
go to
documents. Say it again.
Can you go to Sigiri? Mukta,
Sigiri,
ask if you can go to the
yes.
Sigiri folder.
Yes. Sigiri here, and the same journal accounting. And you see here recap DSO intercompany template. So this is uploaded by Ethad, Dalio, and likewise they can upload the things here. He has access. Very good. So Frank, you also see there
What was it?
the access to your site. So if you click on the link, you should have access, and you keep uploading there. I'll track those, and I will not run after you if you upload it.
All right, we'll do that.
Okay. Okay, so we are good for tomorrow also. So let's meet tomorrow and discuss the closing checklist and the left recons.
Vinit, can you remain back just 5-10 minutes? I need to speak with you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Can you say that again, please?
No, I'm saying, can you remain back 5-10 minutes? I need to speak with you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. So for everyone, thank you very much for today's session. And we're looking forward tomorrow also for a great session.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Vinit.
Thank you. Okay, so Vinit, maybe let me